Hi, class. So far, I primarily talked about the three-body problem in terms of its cultural politics, and that's a mistake. It's a mistake, not a mistake to talk about that, but a mistake to only talk about that. Today, I want to talk about how Lou evokes what we call in the trade the sense of wonder. One of the things that makes this strong science fiction, and I think unquestionably it is very strong science fiction, is this effect that seems, many argue, native or at least heavily found in science fiction. The phrase sense of wonder is generally attributed to the scholar, the writer critic Damon Knight, a crucial figure in the history of the genre, the first great science fiction critic to be produced within the genre. It is hard to track him down using the phrase sense of wonder, which has become the proverbial phrase, but he uses the word wonder a lot. Here is his first collection of reviews. It is called In Search of Wonder. He often returns to the word wonder, and this has resonated. Sense of wonder is no longer just attributed to Knight, it becomes a conventional and indeed a cliche of science fiction. And it can be abused like, oh, like big space battle, sense of wonder, sense of wonder. There is a debased version of this concept where things are just big, where they're merely conventional. What Knight seems to be getting at, and this is a theoretically murky, what he means by sense of wonder is theoretically murky. Various other critics associate the sense of wonder with the sublime, like the Romantics, with the kind of cognitive breakthrough, like Nichols and Clute do, um, with a kind of sense of a return to childhood, where you don't understand that everything seems so magical. What Knight seems to mean by wonder and the sense of wonder is a thing that happens a lot in science fiction. Like, man, it just blows your mind. Where things seem big, where things seem magical. It is where you're looking, and it's an emotional response to a kind of magical thing, like going up and seeing the Northern Lights, to look and wonder. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know Cixin Liu does it. Hell, where you look up at the sky through your goggles and you see, at least you think you see, the entire background radiation of the universe flicker. That is the sense of wonder. That's big. That's the chill down your spine. This is one of the kind of key pleasures of science fiction and fantasy that realist fiction usually forgoes. Um, but does describe something about the world. The moment of first contact with the aliens, hearing the Trisolarans speak to you, talking back, that's a chills down the spine sense of wonder moment. Lou is very good. He's up to date with the cutting edge of technology and the cutting edge of speculative technology. The technology we don't have, but we think we might be able. The people are trying to imagine putting into practice right now. Um, the kind of computers made of subatomic particles, blow your mind. It seems cool. It's fabulous, and it's fresh because it's based on relatively new physics. This is part of what Lou does. Part of that kind of primal end. It's something that tends to go through to survive translation. A lot of the kind of wonders in Jules Verne come through, even if you don't read them in French. I'll admit I have never read Jules Verne in French. If you just heard how I pronounce French, you can see why. But Lou, like, these are moments. So I want to give credit to Lou as someone who's bringing in that sense of wonder, which creates a sense of looking at a universe that's bigger than you thought, and kind of admiring and marveling and letting it kind of sometimes seep into your soul, that like that receptive attitude towards our big, strange, crazy, beautiful universe.